Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to what is now going to be the final game of the day for DAC Group Stage Action, day number 1. Fogged back by my side, I'm
Hello.
Dakota, and we are getting into Game 2 of Team NP versus Invictus Gaming. Team NP coming off a Game 1 win on the back of a ridiculously farmed Alchemist and Aoi Ursa game. Now it's time to head into game number 2 to see what IG can do to try to at least walk away from this series 1-1 if possible. Otherwise, NP could find themselves quickly skyrocketing to the top of this group, this pretty heavy-handed group, and in a good, firm position to be in the upper bracket.
Yeah, for sure. I just hope that we get a little bit more battling in this one. The last one, there were some fights going on, but it was, for the most part, NP having a pretty solid control of the game throughout like 90% of it.
Yeah.
I think they had like 40,000 gold lead or something toward the end.
Wonderful job manipulating and kind of just being the shepherds, corralling IG inside that base and just starving them out slowly but surely. But they get their W, and now look at this. They get to open up their second draft with NA God Abaddon here. So, they should know how this hero works better than anyone else. Maybe something IG might not be even too comfortable going against. We've seen some of the Chinese teams like VGJ kind of incorporate it into their own bit of strategy, but I'm curious to see if IG kind of know the ins and outs of going against an Abaddon here. They're going to be opening up with a pretty familiar 1-2 punch of what we saw from them in the previous game. They get a Centaur, and they go right into a Rubik second pick. In the previous game, Rubik seemed a bit more clear-cut because they had, like, the clockwork.
Yep.
And what else did they have?
Witch Doctor.
Witch Doctor. But no, there was a third pick that even made the Rubik a bit... Don't look at the draft.
Or Shaker.
Don't look at the draft fogged.
I glanced at it. That's an Alchemist. Okay.
It was, I can't believe it slipped my mind right now. But anyways, IG
It was Earthshaker.
Was it? Oh, yeah, it was Earthshaker.
I
So,
said
yeah,
you looked at me, and you were just so
I just got
because the Alchemist.
I just saw the Alch, and my brain just shut off for a moment, so I didn't even hear what you said. But you're right. It was when the Earthshaker came out, and now you had access to not only kind of being a nightmare to the clockwork, but being able to steal those fissures. Very appetizing. But IG just love the hero so much they go for the second pick. And now, because they don't want to give that first phase respect, because you don't want to have to first phase ban an Alchemist.
But first two picking Alchemist is very different than grabbing it fourth or fifth. This is like you can get the setup, you can get the Timber Saw, you can get maybe AA or something if you want to do. If you want to commit to like that, they already have the Rubik AA combo is pretty decent.
I want to see NP though go next level and be like, you know what, it was a support Alchemist the whole time. And it's gonna pop in the hands of SVG.
Maybe they could do something like that. Maybe that's what they're looking at doing.
That would be so sick. I would totally redeem NP for picking Alchemist so much. But we'll see. They do give the nod to OP, knowing and recognizing how difficult of a time it was for them to be able to breach into that ridiculous Tinker. And plus, the Tinker just had Alchemist's number, obviously, in the laning phase, too. So they get rid of him entirely. But IG also continuing to give the respect right back the way of MP.
Banning out the Ursa.
Yeah, yep. But I'm now getting anxious here. I'd love to see what IG are going to be pulling out in the second phase, knowing now the ace is the Alchemist here for MP early on. Oh, do you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that when you moved a little bit of the static coming out. I think a Timber Saw could be a cool approach.
Yeah.
I mean, like even if it's a support Alchemist, it's like okay, they have a strength Abaddon too. You could already have it benefits versus both of them. It's already you already can tell. I mean, if it is a support Alchemist, which is extremely unlikely, then they're gonna have very little catch and lockdown for that Timber.
I just would wonder because I mean I know IG a little bit, but I don't think I know him enough. Is XXS their only Timber player? Is it something that OP could play in the mid lane? Dare I say, Burning even consider picking it up? I haven't seen him play it ever, but I guess it depends on how much they weigh the value of getting the hero in this lineup and taking it to NP's lineup now that they've already kind of pigeonholed themselves into an early Centaur grab.
I think you definitely want to be able to grab one of those heroes that just addresses the Alchemist directly, just because of what we've been seeing. Even though it hasn't been winning like every game in here, I think it's actually been losing a lot. I think it's like 3-5 or 3-6 or 2-5 or something along those lines. It's just like what he does, how long he can delay the hero, how long he can delay the game, and how long he can just buff up every single one of your allies with so much 8,000 gold.
Terrorblade, though, going to be taken out of this one here. which is intriguing because I feel like every time NP play Terrorblade, it's Envy. But every time they play Alchemist, it's Envy. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Peculiar ban there from IG. NP actually do ban out the
They ban the AA.
They're like, we went in for this early Alch. We don't want to get hard countered.
It's really good versus Abaddon, too.
I wonder like Necrophos or something will come out from IG.
Okay, similar draft. They grab the Juggernaut themselves this time. There's no Ursa to, like, quote-unquote, directly counter him in a way. And he gives you burst potential through the Alch.
What would you do if IG just drafted the same 5 again, knowing what they're going to be going up against? Do you think that says anything about IG as far as, do you think they're just confident with the lineup? Do you think that the game 1 was a flub? And
Well, they can't draft the same. Tinker's gone.
oh, you're right.
So.
Okay, well, fair enough. Wonder what OP's number 2 is then, if Tinker is the thing that everybody likes to praise about OP.
His Shadow Fiend was one of the other big ones that I know people talked about. I think we said that at Starlighter. His Tinker and his Shadow Fiends were the 2 big ones.
Fair enough. We'll see here. 3rd pick for MP in order here. Witch Doctor. No Dazzle, so we get a Witch
No
Doctor.
Dazzle, so they picked the Witch Doctor. Yeah.
It works. It worked for him well.
It's great
More
versus the Centaur in the
sustain.
lane, yeah. Sustain.
Sustain,
Team
push.
fight.
Someone's got to get a stun or more stun. So why not more coconuts, more ball throwing here between the Witch Doctor and Alchemist. And, you know, we even saw the value of a nicely placed Death Ward near that Roche Pit fight. That kind of got some work in. And we might just see Theban do a bit of the same. I believe he was just kind of hang inside by Owie as babysitter in the laning phase. And
Okay, they're going to go for the Baboka. Monkey King. Okay. Some
Okay.
switch up.
okay,
A different approach, more pressure into the Alchemist.
Here we go.
This could still be even like a mid-jug. I think that they're leaving. No, it's not. No, it's not. My bad. Oh, yes,
don't get too excited.
I mean, I guess it could still be possible versus Alch. We have seen teams do that, so I won't completely throw that one away yet.
Okay.
But already looking to cause more pressure in the laning phase with this.
Wonder how comfortable NPR going against Monkey King here, because Baboka has shown that he is pretty versed on the hero, and yeah, I really can't lean into this computer. Keeps staticking my mic, but we'll see if it changes up things at all for MP. I mean, imagining it's going to be MSS offlane Abaddon for sure. So they still have the SVG pick here, which they could go for the Earth Spirit, or they could go for the Coddle.
Clockwork again?
Or they go back for the Clockwork, which you had pointed out in the last game in the early part of the draft. If IG were to consider Monkey King, Clockwork does have a lot of tools available to be able to at least scout him out.
Yes.
And bump him back, or even hookshot him out through the trees. So, and, you know, SVG's had a great job roaming around and making some setups.
He's good at isolating heroes. I mean, that's just the beauty of Clockwork in general. Like versus Centaur, if he stampedes, with pre-Aghanims, you grab the Centaur and he's stuck right there. Or anybody who gets stampeded, you just put them in the cogs and the stampede doesn't last long enough to be able to run them out of it.
And
Until Aghanims, of course, because you run through it.
It didn't seem like, and this is maybe his credit to SVG, I was a little concerned in MP's previous draft with there's 2 melee cores having to work around the cogs. I didn't notice too much trouble in the previous game.
No.
So I don't know if it's credit to MP, credit to the cores, or to SVG, but they seem to not make that too troublesome for him. So I won't bring it up. They seem to know how to make it work here as they just wait out for their final Owie pickup, it seems.
Ban out the Weaver. They don't have much. They have okay mana lockdown.
Unless, come on MP, show me a Owie safe lane farming Abaddon, and then they get MSS on the Beastmaster. I think there's some good value in having the Hawk when you got a Monkey King on the team.
And Axes.
And Axes. I mean, I'm just thinking outside the box here for MP. Some teams do run that safe lane Abaddon, loving to farm up that much faster for the Radiance.
What else does OP run? They run. I know OP. Not OP. What does OP run? What else does OP play? I know he plays Ember a bit too, and there's not a whole lot of lockdown right now on MP. So I'm thinking maybe like the Ember or the Storm, one of these Spirit guys that can just kind of like run around.
Yeah.
I mean, it gives you like a little bit more gank potential too with the Monkey King, having like a hero that can actually get a lockdown and then the follow up with the Monkey King onto the mid lane if they want to do that type of pressure. I'm just trying to think of OP heroes that he plays other than the the Shadow Fiend that we talked about. Because the Ember was banned the last game by NP.
Dare I say something like Razor? I mean, it could be pretty good when you're going against Alchemists. Like, gonna sap away all the damage, but I don't know. We haven't really seen any of him. I don't know what kind of other mid lane dominators they can go for here, but In the meantime, potential owie pickup for MP, knowing you're going against the Jug. Went for the Ursa in the previous game, but this one, it's going to be banned out. No life stealer, so you got to start thinking of some of the other owie options.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh my goodness, is that actually going to be a safe lane farming Abaddon? And that is an MSS
I think it is going to
offlane?
be a safe lane farming Abaddon and an MSS offlane.
Woo!
Yeah, good call. And what, support Clockwork
man.
again?
Oh.
So he's just going to... Okay.
IG's like, wait, what?
Yeah, they're like, wait a minute. Adjustment needs to be made.
It's a safe lane farming Abaddon, dude.
Okay, they go for the Lina instead. So a different hero that can put the pressure onto the Alchemist and the burst potential.
So, I mean, I imagine the purpose is they can get that Radiance online that much faster, but wait, do you get 2 Radiances? Is that cool?
I don't think so.
Yeah, because you got Alchemist already there. Okay. Well, Lina comes out 5th pick here. This is an intriguing draft by MP. But we'll have to see if it's going to be good enough. Lina obviously can help with the burst, so that borrowed time might not even be a factor.
So it's like half single core Jug, but Lina does kind of scale because he gets that 50 damage talent as well if he wants to go for that over the cast range. And NP has like a single kind of core Alchemist. I mean, Abaddon, we have seen like these safe lanes Abaddons, which are pretty ridiculous, but... Huh.
Yeah, we won't know for sure until that sexy versus screen comes
Yeah,
online.
we won't know until we see who's picking it up, because can't make assumptions like this just yet.
You never know, really, how we could hop onto the Earthshaker for whatever reason and really have a good time with that. Oh boy, I'm ready, and I'm also ready to see some Boca Monkey King. There's gonna be a lot on him to kind of get some action brewing through this early game. That would leave Rubik to kind of hang by Burning Side, so I don't know. It'll be a fun one.
We're going to find out right now. Let's see.
Who is playing what? Owie is on the Abaddon.
Yep. It's as we expected. MSS Shaker, SVG Clock, and the safe lane Abaddon.
All right.
All right, let's do it. Last one. Last one.
Let me get this jacket off. All right. These are not my keys, so I'll hit these buttons and we'll get underway. The early smoke
Double
already
TP.
coming out from NP.
Double TP with the smoke, getting those early wards down. Very important to do that versus the monkey guy. Being able to read his movements right
NP
away.
are just like early birds. They get up, they pop their smoke, they quickly head out to the lanes, and IG are just like slowly rolling out of bed.
I can't see Baboka's name on the Monkey King when I actually mouse over him. I'm not sure if you can. Oh, you can. Okay. Oh, now I can. Interesting. Took until he jumped into the tree waves for me to actually see his hero. Oh, they did see him jumping. SVG spotted him out. I think he's going to know there's a ward there now.
I think they ping him enough, he'll fall out of the tree. Yeah, he's jumping his way all the way up and across here, and it looks like...
Yeah, they're pinging. Yeah. They look like they know that the ward's going to be placed there. Yeah. Look at that.
Good heads up. You have a sentry on Envy. Oh, they just gave him the sentry,
Yep.
so when he goes to the mid lane, he'll plant it, get the free 100 gold.
And the double regen. Value.
Nice. Very nice for MP. And while IG think they're going to be cheeky up here holding out for a bounty, what they don't know is that MP already have the intel they could ask for, and actually they themselves, look at this, going to go and infiltrate. They'll end up crossing paths here.
MSS, though, looks like he's going to die quite easily to this
He
spin
actually
combo.
went in for the bounty. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Gets punished for it. Quick and easy kill, and first blood goes the way of IG. And it's going to be IG claiming 3 of the bounty runes, I think? Nice. Or did I read that wrong?
2 for 2.
2 for 2. Okay, I saw the third IG message. It got mixed up. All right, well, 2 for 2 trade, but first blood going to IG. MV.
Baboka with the courier snipe, and it looks like SVG might be going for his own courier snipe as well. Sitting behind the tower. He's in position for it.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Is he going to walk away, though?
Oh, what? No, he's leaving it. He's heading straight up through. Is he going to try to bump for the Lina? No, now he's running back.
No, he's going to
Maybe he wanted confirmation that it was there. Can he get it?
He's going to take him 2 hits. He's not going to make it in time.
Too slow.
Just too slow.
Too slow. Sorry, you can't jump through trees, bro.
Yeah, Baboka able to get the courier, though.
That's good. So, exchange award for a courier, and he'll also get a ward. All right. I'll quickly be able to take that one down here. Not too shabby. And yeah, so here we are in store for the safe lane ABBA. And I don't know how
Well,
practiced IGR against this.
well, safe lane ABBA, you know, carry ABBA. He is in the off lane. But
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's the one.
he's the one, yeah. Well,
You are the one.
SVG mid lane, getting some battery assault onto OP, sending him back to the tower. OP should be just fine, though.
That's some good damage, though. We'll definitely force him to chew through some of that green stuff. Make him feel a bit better. Now he gets the first early value point into the curse, so anytime they like to swing up, he's going to be happy to trade with that Centaur. But Baboka's just been patiently waiting in the high ground.
When they have level 2, they do have a decent amount of burst damage. Okay, yeah, he's going to be going for just the Jingu and go for the right-click zone.
Gosh, the range on that right click. So good. Single-handedly trying to zone back the whole team by himself. Just such a presence in the early game. And the guy's got the Arcana, so you know he means business. But look who's creeping in from behind. SVG, the robot man.
Don't think they saw him just yet now. Now they spotted him. Baboka jumped
to
in
the trees. Chops a tree. Oh, thought about going for it, but it looks like Baboka was quickly able to spring out. This is going to be a lot of back and forth here between the bottom lane. Oh, SVG spots up Baboka. Starts hitting him up with the battery assault. Gets trapped within the creeps, but that is going to be enough to hopefully create a bit of space. And now they look to turn their attention onto SVG himself. Jumping up, springing down. Gets a few shots in, but
got my Jingu. I can run around now. But it doesn't last forever now.
Yeah. Yeah, it still lasts enough time
It
for
does
him to
last
take it to
quite
a
a
lane.
long time, yeah.
And to the shrine.
They can make a play with that with the Lina stun, but OP does not have it skilled up yet. He went for the 2 in Dragon Slave and 1 in Fiery Soul.
And then Envy on the other side, farming up and now going to be taking his business to the nearby camp. But look who's going to be waiting there for him. It's
Baboka.
trying to move
SVG's
in.
there.
He actually wanted the bounty rune. But yeah, SVG was there waiting for him. He has no easy way to make it out. The battery assault's locking him down, but he has enough life to just walk away at one point. And he'll just hop into trees. Acid spray and battery salt's not nearly enough. And Envy's going to feel a bit uncomfortable if he wanted to continue farming those camps, so he'll have to just split and head back to the mid lane.
How's his top lane going? Trading very well. MSS is barely getting anything, so I'd say this is like quite a good start for IG, winning two out of the 3 lanes.
Yeah, for sure. Burning's able to easily run him down. He's 24 and 14 denies, and look at that. Oh no!
Stuck
MSS
on the wrong side of the fissure.
puts down the fissure, but it's the telekinesis that really gets him on the wrong side, so credit to Q for that one. MSS was simply trying to help out a comrade, but they end up using the fissure against him. And now it's going to be suddenly IG leading out 2-0.
Oh, Envy went for the double quelling this game. He has the Iron Talon into Quelling Blade this time around. Envy, though, getting right-click down, getting hit by the stun. Dragon Slave, is he going to be able to get brought down? One more right-click. Oh, my God, the poor man's shield. Saving lives.
That creep. If
That
that creep came
second.
over and slashed him, I probably would have just died laughing. But Envy will be able to make it away from trouble. And does have to get pressured out, though. So they're laning initiative here for IG. Though the bottom lane is
This
nice
is when they might go for the play onto Aoi. It's level 4. The Rubik's coming down. Here we go. Yep, they're putting him into a horrible position. And yeah, this is going to be Aoi dropping.
Boom. Easy setup.
Making him feel like they weren't down there.
It's just that monkey can just stay off the radar so easily.
Yeah.
There's just no easy way to get high ground vision towards the side of a lane that you could see the trees. You have to like specifically get the right hero to kind of counter that kind of movement. It's tough. They think they have a good idea with the rockets and stuff, but here Baboka already up in the business of Envy right now, leeching away on some of that XP.
Puts a ward down as well now to block those camps because he knows Envy's just going to straight jungle. Since he's versus Lina, he can't. I mean, he can't lane
and
versus
he can just get away with just dropping it there in front of him, and Envy will not be the wiser.
Yeah, and he's gonna. It looks like Envy's gonna go for that similar build, the phase boot into Armlet.
Just valuing that.
As you said, probably just because
farm.
high intensity farm, just being able to run between the camps faster.
Top lane, Burning still finding his way here. 1437 will pop him a bit with a coconut, but they don't really have the firepower to really do anything to this jug quite yet. And he's getting close to that level 6, and you might have to see MSS kind of backpedal a bit at that point, because there will be some decent kill potential. But look at this. Oh, Burning actually, was he trying to cancel out the stack? Oh, Looks like 1437 is trying to make a bit of a stack build up there in that top lane. He's got to be careful, man.
Burning's by himself up there, and he's kind of putting pressure on them anyway. Now he's level 6. He's got the Omni Slash finished up. Maybe he's going to be able to look for Envy here. Envy's very low, 170 HP. He's got the Shrine up, though.
Yeah, but, you know, it is an Omni Slash here.
Oh, he looks like he's trying to go for the wraparound. He's
full
HP.
Courier?
Oh, Courier?
I'll take that
One
instead.
More. Got
Gets
it.
it down, but at the same time, there is kill action. It looks like Q also gets another takedown or assisted takedown onto Owie. Courier and Owie kill for IG. 4-0 start. Couldn't really ask for too much better.
Yeah, putting a lot of pressure, too. Burning running into the enemy jungle from the top lane it's an excellent move. You know the Alchemist is there. He doesn't really need to stay in the top lane anymore. They want to transition toward this mid push nice and early on. SVG gonna get blown up.
Got him with the Laguna, got him with the Dragon Slave there. And MP want to kind of hold behind this tower, but they got to be careful. They're going to get surrounded fast, but Boga's already kind of dancing his way through the trees for a behind setup. But
it's something we didn't really get a chance to touch up on either is they don't really have anyone to kill the Healing Ward on NP. The Witch Doctor is not really the best one to get into the back to knock it out, and that's their only ranged hero. So the Healing Ward could
be a bit concerning.
Yeah, it could definitely be a bit painful in this game. XXX going for that rushed Hood this time. So he's got boots, just Hood. Since he just seems to be wanting to stay in that bottom lane for quite a while and just farm.
Yeah. I mean, he knows that the Abaddon, who was originally on the other side, also has quite a bit of build-up. So he shouldn't be changing too much course. Actually, Abaddon is taking his journey up towards that top lane. I'm also curious about his build-up. I mean, core Abbas typically like to go for that earlier Radiance, but you already have the Alk on your team, so I'm curious to see what kind of build he'll apply instead.
Yeah, me too. He hasn't put anything into his quick buy yet. I'm very curious to
could just go maybe full utility early. I don't know. You just maybe get a mech super fast. Vlad's, I'm not too sure.
I feel like if he wanted to go mech, he would have probably gone Arcanes though, right?
That's true.
The Vlad's I think could probably be more likely. Maybe he goes for a drum. We did see a lot of them coming out earlier, even though we didn't really think we'd see too many drums. Yeah, we'll see what he opts to go for.
He's a smart boy. Bottom lane, as the siege continues here from IG onto this tier 1. They'll try their best to slow him down on MP. Fissure will start it off, but still not level 6 to kind of commit in with any sort of big dunk. SVG also just sporting his level 5. That tower's down, man. The pushes are on here for IG, and it feels like they are going to be constricting the farm of Envy a lot sooner than anything we saw in the previous game.
Exactly what I was about to say. I wouldn't be surprised to see if... Okay, as I'm saying, Burning is going to... I was about to say if they wouldn't be surprised to see them make the rotation toward the top lane, claim that last tier 1, and then they get even more access toward the NP jungle. They already have 2 great offensive wards in that side, so they already have the potential to watch the movement as well.
IG will take this lane, but Boca will scout things from behind here and not even allow Owie to try to slow them down from taking it. He's just going to try to... Oh, well, the creep stopped chasing him when he morphed like that, I guess, so he's able to kind of change out the aggro. He's just dancing around with Owie here, drawing his attention that way while Burning continues to siege away. That tier 1 is done for. That's 3 back-to-back tier 1s, all going to IG. The supports are probably very happy about it. They're bulking up in quite a bit of extra money.
As long as they're able to keep up that pressure. AUI gets his level 6, uses the borrowed time, but he gets lifted up right afterwards, and he should be brought down really easily after this. Yep.
Real easy. That's your position 1 ABBA being taken down pretty convincingly there.
And getting all these tier 1s as well as enhancing Centaur's timing onto his Blink Dagger. Like we mentioned, he went for the Hood first, and then they claimed those 3 tier 1s and a couple frags as well. Looking very good for him, 600 gold away. Let's take a look at this net worth already difference. 7,500 going in the way of IG already, looking like their lane positioning, winning like 2 out of 3 of the lanes quite heavily. Maybe even 3 out of 3 lanes, you could say.
MP have smoked up, though. These 3 gunners here from MP. As Owie makes his return, maybe hoping to bait him in the lane itself. Ooh, hook shot.
Off the mark.
Not going to get the catch. Boca within the trees. There goes the Centaur Stampede, though. They are going to get the finish onto Q. MSS rolls in, trying to go for the dunk. Not the most effective. IG are going to be able to separate themselves and avoid any additional collision. That was a pretty heavy MP rotation for that kill. Not really as satisfying as I'm sure they were hoping to get.
They're
Unfortunate misfire with that hook.
at least able to peel any attention off of Envy is always good.
Space created as he is continuing to muscle his way towards being the Radiance holder here, it looks like. And it's a Midas buildup for Owie. So just anticipating the longer game.
I think that's a good anticipation.
It's always a safe assumption to make.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Why is Baboka blue? Am I missing something?
I think that's the two different styles of the set, but wasn't he a different color before?
Yeah,
Whatever.
he was a different color before. I
Whatever.
guess you could just change it on the fly. Why not? Well, he's heading up and over here.
They know he's in the tree line here.
Yeah, but
He's on the low
he
ground
also
trees. He
knows
gets
they are
rocketed.
Whoop, quickly tries to get
He's
off,
out.
and he's good. But he also had their own vision to kind of spot this out as Envy will truck away towards his ancient camp. Getting pinged a little bit here, but I don't know what they're going to be able to do to really contest it.
Is under attack.
Baboka back towards the trees.
IG, here we go. Time to shine. Centaur Blink Dagger finished up. They're smoking right away into the enemy jungle. Baboka's got eyes on them. SVG going to be gone on by burning, and he's going to be brought down quite easily there.
Nice
Are
take.
they able to get anything else? No, but he does steal the Aphotic Shield.
That's a nice little steal.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, he's changing colors because apparently as the ulti levels up, or as he uses ulti, I guess as he gets the ulti, he'll start changing colors.
Okay.
You know, whatever. These hats these days do all sorts of crazy things. Okay, behind, pull back telekinesis onto Owie. They instantly force out the borrowed time, and he's going to have to hustle back into the base. All right, then.
Tower is under attack.
IG's putting the pressure on. Very different from the last game versus an Alchemist. You look, they have 3 heroes neck and neck with him.
You don't want to see that in your out game. But all this tower gold coming the way of IG just really pushing the envelope. Maybe just kind of recognizing that was a unfortunate kind of downhill slope for them in the previous game. Unable to kind of push on forward, take down these towers early, and restrict all the access of money from Envy. But Envy's persistent, man. Now hanging in the enemy territory, happy to kind of grind away the farm there.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
IG will kind of push back and build up some more items before they kind of continue to take it back to Envy's side. Curious what that next pickup will be, because it looks like they just got the Blink Dagger not long ago on XXS. He's already making his way towards a 4-staff too. And you compare that to the farm to MSS. MSS just got his 4-staff also.
Is under attack.
And they smoke up and they
You mean
say,
his Blink
let's...
Dagger, yeah. Blink
Oh
Dagger.
yeah, his Blink Dagger. And they say, why don't we go ahead and debut it?
I think OP's Bloodstone is probably the next big item they're getting. Yeah, they're about 50 gold away from that one. Yeah.
Burning,
Burning.
though.
Oh, he gets the spin off!
My God, he's got the reactions of an absolute monster. Triggers out the Blade Fury as the dunk comes in and just dodges out all the damage. Oh my God.
It's like split-second timing to get that one.
Radiant structures.
Wow.
I think like maybe the Witch Doctor just had stepped slightly into the range of it as he was going for the Echo, but still super fast reactions by burning.
Yep.
OP.
Whoa.
Start off the mark from SVG,
Yeah,
but
he just runs into him, so he's able to avoid the LSA and uses the hook shot to make it out and away from trouble. But Q is already up in the ropes. Looking to
Envy's
go
in
for
a
Envy.
little bit of trouble now, though.
Oh, he is in a world
and
of hurt.
SVG looks like
He might be
looks
able
like he
to
might
get
go down
both of
too.
them. Yep. Oh my God, the fissure comes out from MSS trying to slow them down, but they already get what they need. It's going to be XXS and Q claiming a couple of lives of MP, and they pull up even further ahead now, 10-1. Really making MP regret trying to come at him again with the Alchemist lineup.
That was kind of like a bit of a unfortunate scenario for Envy. Like Envy was just like chilling there farming, and he's just like, wait, what? They're coming after me now. It's SVG. Don't bring them here. And he gets killed, unfortunately, by that. Stampede brings them able to get on top of him and just clean him up. And he's doesn't even have his relic yet, so it's going to be much slower than the usual timings that we do see because of just the way that IG's putting the pressure on taking all these towers and limiting his potential to go farm jungle.
One tier 2 down. Another tier 2 down. Do they dare go coast to coast? All the way up for the top lane tier 2? Well, they'd have to go all the way back to their tier 1 to kind of get it back in order here, but
Looks like that might be what they're going to do, though.
Baboka is got eyes on SVG, hits him over that casual poor man's fissure. But SVG will be able to bump him back.
So the Midas finished up now. It is. Owie gets it finished. He has a TP up. They're kind of on the prowl for him right now.
But he only has like the Midas. Like, I'd be concerned. A lot of people say Midas is at its worst right when you get it. SVG Hook shotting in, is able to get the cock connection onto OP, but he dishes out his own Laguna firepower, and he's just going to be forced to self-suicide. Instantly, though. Respawns, of course, because that level 10 talent is just so cool. And he had the Bloodstone, yeah, so he's back in action. IG go right back towards his top lane.
You want to hook shot me? I'll respawn before it's even close to being up.
Yeah, obviously, hookshot is down for this
Jack
one.
Jack was telling me about how a joke actually that Wings were saying that, you know, the counter to Lifestealer is Lina and Lion, because they respawn before his, like, as his rage is coming off of cooldown, and they're able to burst him down again. I was like, that's, I guess maybe it translates a little bit different, but it was really funny the way he was telling it to me. And I mean, now we're seeing it come into fruition. Not the Lion, but the Lina core is definitely becoming super prominent in this tournament so far.
Yeah, unfortunately, I haven't seen too much Lion. But Lina's certainly getting her airtime, as they do get all 3 of those Tier 2 towers. Dare I look again at the net worth? 10K right now for IG against an Alchemist lineup at that. Got to be feeling pretty damn swell. MP just trying to crawl their way forward here. They still have a ways to build up. The next in order for Owie is going to be that Vlad's grab. But he's got a little bit of a journey ahead of him.
Basher finished up on Baboka already.
What?
So that's actually pretty scary. Their team fight potential is quite ridiculous. They just need to watch their positioning for the clump versus the Earthshaker.
He's thinking about going for the Shadow Blade next. I don't know if that's to build into the Silver Edge to have it against the Abba, but you know, normally we'd see like Echo Saber maybe. So it's an intriguing pickup.
Yeah, I like the Silver Edge versus Abaddon. It always works really well, being able to get into like the back lines with the Shadow Blade. It's good to kick out the supports.
And what is it, like you get hit by the Silver Edge and you have to remember to manually trigger
your borrow time, yeah.
Oh, he's a smart guy. I'm sure he'll quickly realize.
It can get you off guard though.
It will.
Because what you can do is you Silver Edge hit them and then you instantly stun him, and then you burst him down.
That's true. They definitely have burst potential. Laguna, after all.
As long as they can do it pretty much like instantly as he does it.
Get a nice offensive ward here, but MP did have their own bit of defensive vision. Might have seen that. Oop, SVG could get spotted here. Actually miss on the hoof stomp, but Boca will slam his own stun and help IG kind of get themselves into a better position. But now they'll make the call. Stampede looking to run on
they
forward.
found MSS.
Yep, Burning runs in, looks to Omni through the both of them and gets the double kill. 1437 tries to go for an ambitious death ward, but he will quickly lose his own life. It looks like they will be able to get at least one responding kill, but Envy's nearby in the neighborhood, and they quickly swarm onto him, and it's going to be a sweet takedown at that. A 1-for-4 trade going the way of IG. This game number 2 is very heavy-handed in their favor. This is a 6-0 Burning Jug.
It's almost getting toward that 15,000 gold lead for IG. Seemed like they do have an idea of what they wanted to do versus this Alchemist, and it's working really well. I think it's just really hard for MP to fight with their 4 heroes versus what IG has right now. Like, they need to have the Alchemist getting involved, but I mean, he can't. That's not what they picked it for. They needed to just get that farm up, delay the game.
Yeah, they are not in prime fighting shape at this point in time. I mean, you look at Alchemist, he's got some sweet items, but it's all Alchemist right now.
Yeah, and they're getting multiple Shadow Blades and Silver Edges. Even I think this is just the common build now that we've seen on the Corlinas is just the Shadow Blade bots, Bloodstone. Always able to just move around and look for your own solo pickoffs in a way, but now he will be able to have Baboka maybe going for that. But nope, Baboka switches up toward a Desolator. As you know, we did see him having the Silver Edge before queued up.
Yeah, okay. Good switch around. Someone will take care of that Silver Edge. But yeah, even getting the Deso, I guess.
Oh my god.
Someone is a Sieger.
Are they going to be stacked up? 2
Boom! Hoop stomp. Early borrowed time to get away from him. Baboka dishes out the ulti, waiting within the trees. Q rolls on in. Quickly moves on forward. They're going to get the blast takedown onto Envy. Just like that. Owie looking to try to retreat. He'll have no borrowed time. He's going to be taken down.
IG is on the super aggression here. Like,
I mean,
instantly put down the ward. They predicted MP's kind of movements. MP just unable to really fight in any way with their...
I don't want to say it's GG territory, but this is tough for MP.
They're IG needs to watch their positioning still. Remember, the Blink Echo could be quite a big factor to turn them around.
That's
but
true.
The healing ward is down. They've
MSS.
got an Aegis as well on Burning.
They have good positioning on IG. They have Lena way behind on the low ground, happy to, you know, siege from there. He goes for the skadoosh, but only able to get minor connection onto 2, and will quickly lose his own life. I mean, there's your trump card of a defense, and it's not going to be working so good. He'll be forced to buy back, but they're still at risk. They lose the racks. Can they catch him on the way out? There's a good block of the Force Staff. The Cogs
Pushed
actually
him
bumped
down.
Burning through the fissure into the safe zone. Oh, my God.
And the Rax was completely taken out. And now they're going to re-engage, stomp onto Envy. He does get shielded up.
This could be game-ending fight if they get a big one here for IG. They are going to get the quick takedown of the Witch Doctor, but it looks like MSS will be able to make a move for Burning. Burning quickly steps off. Good double stun here for OP. Forces out a new borrowed time onto Owie. Their Burning is going to get the slash and the finish onto SVG. 2 more to the sidelines here. Both supports taken out. You know, luckily for Theban, he's so youthful that he already has a death timer that's about to expire. But IG have now strided their way up to the top lane. They're looking to close this one out. Look at this, a zoning Monkey King ult just to stop them from trying to defend. And he then stuns all 3 of them. They can't even
this is
stop
just a second
him.
Rax.
Finally, Envy going to be forced into the action right now, but he gets quickly stunned up. IG say, let's just stampede and get the hell back. We've already won so much.
Ooh, man. NP's greed this game not paying off for them with the constant aggression that IG has. 2 Raxes clean. Well, 2 Raxes in the mid lane cleaned up and the melee Rax in the top cleaned up. Shrines are accessible to be pressured now too. It's just looking all in IG's favor this time around.
MP make Alk work, but first phase Alk, I think, is over-ambitious.
Yeah.
It shows a bit too much on what you're going to be going for, and then you get in situations like this where IG's like, that's fine. What we'll do is we'll just take the game right to you when you're not even ready.
Just a bit too greedy with the safe lane of Baden and like core Earthshaker and then Alchemist. Like those 3 heroes as your cores. When you look at it just on paper, you're like, This looks a little bit odd when it's the carry of Baden.
Yeah.
But not just saying that it was a draft problem. It's just IG's just extremely aggressive. The Baboka Monkey King finding plays all over the place.
He's about to be over net worth on top of Owie.
Yeah.
A Midas, Abba. He's got nearly his Desolator complete. Deso Basher Monkey King. People thought Earth Spirit was bad.
So now they're going to make their last move. Take out the bottom shrine, push out the other two waves will naturally push in, and then they go for this bottom Rax. Don't even know if they want to wait for the Roche. The safest play is to wait for it, but we'll see if that's what they want to do. They already have almost Heart finished up on the Centaur. Ags, Lena going to be finished up any moment now. They've got the burst potential. They've got pretty much everything that they do need to close this game out. I don't know how much they really want to delay it.
It's going to feel like a 180 from the previous game here in a moment where it's NP stuck indoors. And IG, the sharks in the water here. Yeah. Sieging in with these Manta Illusions.
They're just going to take out both shrines just across the world.
Money.
Just getting reclaimed in 1 second. Yeah, reclaimed. Respawns in 5 minutes, so long
They're
respawn.
Almost at 30K net worth
Wow.
lead. Isn't that crazy?
That's actually, yeah, that's really ridiculous. NP at the end of the last game had accrued like a 40K gold lead with an Alchemist, and IG already almost a 30,000, 25 minutes without an Alchemist. Very impressive.
This had to be the most emphatic turnaround from a team. Like going from a situation where you feel like you're just being starved out and slowly passing away into this game where you're like, we're just going to come out and we're just going to cheap shot them right in the face with a Baboka Monkey King and then not allow them to have any breathing room. We're just going to totally rush them into the corner and just not let them to play a greedy game. IG are not going to be rolled over so easily.
But they're playing just still calculated. Safe as possible. I think it's fine to do this for IG. Just once they get that Roche, that's where it's going to be very easy for them to just no risk push that bottom lane.
Yeah.
Heart finished up.
Not too sure where IG currently stand.
No, looks
in
like
the
they
group.
might actually just smoke right now. Yep, they're just going to go for it right now. The two side lanes are pushing in already. This is a good moment to make the play. Maybe they can just enter through the mid lane and just go for that rather than just going for a Rax. Just get some kills instead and then just end the game.
Yeah, it could be a game-ending fight right here.
Here we go.
IG can get it. All the way up and over here. Moving in. quick stomp. No pause necessary for this strategic setup here as they're going to get the pullback onto Envy with the Laguna. He gets blasted down and taken out. And another Monkey King ult there and allowing them to kind of get the finish onto the racks. Envy not buying back right away. Are they considering throwing in the towel? They're going to need him if they want to stay alive in this game. I don't think they can hold out for 30 seconds here. There it is. Okay, final hurrah potential here from MP. I mean, IG could just leave. Looks like they will. Another one of their more safer options here. Just force MP to kind of dig into that piggy bank. And IG will reset and make a new poach when they feel it's necessary.
Push just naturally from bottom all the way. But safest play still, yeah. Just wait for that Roche if that's what they would like to do. All right, bottled DD for burning. Lena passed it over to him.
Get a Scotty, get the girl, get the game. Seems like a pretty good plan. Heart now done on XXS. Whew, guy's a beast.
Yeah, he's
Beast.
immense.
Looks like Bane.
They don't really have the damage potential on NP to bring down that. A lot of the heroes on the side of IG now with the builds that they've gone for. Desolator, like we were mentioning, finished up on Boboka. Burning almost close to that Scotty, and Rose should be respawning within the next shortly, 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's really all a matter of IG looking for the opening to kind of close this one out here.
Just keep them suffocated. Like
the only one that can make it out through the door is Envy, and maybe a little bit of Owie.
And he can they can barely even make it out the doors though. Envy, if he walks out a little bit too far, he can get burst early. Even Owie, because he's only got 1400 HP versus a level 18 Lina with Aghanims. It's 850. He could just take him out before the borrow time can get popped in multiple different situations. MSS looks like he's gonna get gone on bottom lane. OP just Laguna, a couple right clicks. Oh, he doesn't finish him up. Oh, the book is there though.
Yeah, how dare you walk out from your base? He goes down, and that's when IG are gonna put the pedal to the metal to push on into MP. They may or may not know it, but MSS does have a buyback, but with him not on the playing field means they don't have to worry about that kind of clutch dunk defense. So they'll see if they can kind of move on in and force out the buyback if possible and be ready for it, but they'll probably still spread themselves out just in case. OP sieging away. Tier 3 down. 2 more racks here, MP, and then suddenly you're in mega territory. This is looking like it's going to end up being a 1-1 draw series. There's the buyback from MSS. Burning goes in the Omni Slash, taking it right to Envy. He hits the Strine to try to stay alive. Burning wants him dead. Chasing him down with the Blade Fury. He gets some help with the Apothic Shield, but it's not going to be enough. Envy is out of this one for 60 seconds without a buyback. Decent dunk from MSS, but that dunk gets stolen right away and thrown right back in their face, and they dunk him out of this game. This one's over. Takes just about 30 minutes for IG to be able to even this series up 1-1.
Just ran from tier 1 to tier 1 to tier 1. NP not having really any D-push on any of their heroes. No really real way to respond. Just a bit too greedy coming out from MP with that first phase Abaddon Alchemist and putting the Abaddon in the safe lane.
Yeah, IG were not looking to mess around. They're not about letting MP just get away with like another first phase kind of Alchemist game. They recognize what they need to do, and they get it done, man.
They executed.
Emphatically got it done.
They executed almost flawlessly, I'd say, on the side of IG that game. They were just, the movements were perfect, but Boca sniping the courier mid. Like every little thing just seemed to work out perfectly for this time, while last game seemed like it was the opposite.
Well, we'll make this one short and sweet because it has been a long, long day. Myself and Fogg are ready to get some rest as it is already burning into the late night oil here, as it's actually technically tomorrow already. So with that, folks, we will bid you adieu. But we will be ready to come back at you with day 2 of DAC Dota action. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day.